yours.
You want me to do you want me to demo it or just go to my PowerPoint first?
Okay, so yeah, let me tell you about that little bit. So you'll be presenting your project, and first of all, you will go through the project using PowerPoint to make us little bit comfortable and understanding of your project, and then you'll go to source code, okay, to
Okay.
show that exactly
I do
what.
have short source code on my PowerPoint slides, so I just put it
Okay,
on there just in case.
awesome.
Okay.
You need to go your IDE as well, okay.
Yeah,
uh,
I have
so
that open. So
yeah, so for everyone, I mean, I'm telling you for everyone. So when you're presenting, you think that, okay, actually done I actually completely make my presentation done, and it is already done my presentation, I already done my source code showing and everything, okay. Then it is a question and answer session, okay. So all the students, we can participate in the question and answer session, okay. So the students can ask you questions, and the instructor also ask you questions, okay, if they have any questions. Everyone understand about that, right?
yeah.
So that's the normal rules about our
So go
presentation.
through our PowerPoint, then you go
Sure.
to the IDE.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll start here.
Sure, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's start. So, my project, I decided to go with Godot engine, which is a 2D or 3D game engine,
Mhm.
and it's very lightweight. Like it's only like 60 megabytes to download,
Mhm.
compared to like multi 10 gigabit or gigabyte downloads like Unity and Unreal. So, and since I was only going to do a 2D game, I decided to go with it. It's mostly used for two games, though 3D support is being revamped in the 4.0 release, which has not been released yet. It's still in alpha. But anyways, so Goda is described as what is called a node-based engine, where each object inside of it is a node, actually. So in each node can inherit another node. So you can have like a player node, and then you can have a texture node, and so forth. And basically, you can have infinite amount of nodes inherent from each other. So this is my world scene. Sorry, it's a little sloppy on this slide, but this is the main scene. Like, as you can see from the last time I presented, I'd made a lot of progress, but I have a full texture mapping, I have terrain, I have enemies, I have collision, and all the grass can be cut. The enemies have stats, and the bats have animations and collisions and hurt boxes and hit boxes, and I have a sword attack. I was unable to finish doing the AI for the bats. I just ran out of time for that, unfortunately, but I'm still pretty happy of where I came from. Like, because I had to restart my project in the middle of May, so I'm just happy I got something semi competent. But anyway, so this is my scene. It's not that impressive, but I think I'm it's okay. So go to the next slide. So this is how it looks like when it's ran. What you don't see is I killed one of the bats actually, and the bats have its own fly animations. Just some pretty basic stuff. It looks okay. So let's go to the next slide. Do you want me to stay on this slide a little longer to look at it, or are you guys good?
We get, yeah.
All right. So this is the player character. It has a player collision. It also has an animation tree, animation player, and I don't know if you can. Let's see if I can zoom in. No, no, I can't zoom in, unfortunately. But if you squint hard enough, you can see all these nodes. There's a player node. There's a sprite, a collision shape 2D, animation player, animation tree, and then a hitbox pivot, and then a sword hitbox, and a collision shape 2D, which is attached to the sword hitbox. So all these inherent from the player. So that's what I'm talking about when I say it's a node base. It's all they all share properties from the player. So you can refer back to the player and not have to like use callbacks or anything like that. Let's go to the next slide. So here's the animation stuff I'm talking about. So if you look at the bottom of here, you can see all the animations, all the sprites and everything. And you know how in Java or Android, we had like callback functions? Well, in Godot, there's what's called signals. So at the end of this animation, these frames of animation, I can insert a signal, which is basically a callback to when this animation finishes. So it actually goes to a piece of my code that refers to the attack finish. So like stop playing the animation. And there's another hitbox pivot. So that's actually a little complicated to explain, but basically I can rotate the character and instead of having to create a new hitbox, it'll just rotate the character and the hitbox with it. So you don't have to create duplicate stuff. And yeah, so that's pretty much for the character. It's pretty simple. You see right here, it says animation right. Well, there's also, or attack right, I should say. There's also attack left, attack up, attack down. There's also a roll right, roll left, roll up, roll down animation. And they all use the same concept of 4 or 5 frames for each of the animation. And you can change the time instead of to 0.4, change the frame rate. It's pretty interesting. So let's go to the next slide. So this is what it's called an input vector. So you see it's a diamond. It corresponds to 0, 1, and 0, 1, 1 on the axis. And here's the thing, you can assign a animation for each of the coordinates. It creates a diamond. But so for C at the top, it's actually upside down. So you want to put let's say you drop a dot here and you can assign an animation. So let's say in this case, you want to assign, let's say attack down. And then here you assign attack up. But since it's upside down, you just keep it the same for over here. So it's actually attack, attack left and attack right. And so that corresponds. So you don't actually have to do like a separate, it basically handles all your animations for you, which is pretty neat. And here's the logic that I use for the that handles all the animations. So there's one idle state, which is that's the one that starts. So, and there's a roll state, run state, and attack state, and they all use similar logic to what I showed in the previous slide. So each with their own separate animations, and they all just simple flow logic. And that's pretty much it for the tree logic. Now here's the bad. Just this is the only naming I have, but it's uses instead of using the animation tree and animation player, it just uses a simple animated sprite. So there's like it's basically more simple. So if you just want to have like one animation, you don't care about what direction it is, you can just use a simple animated sprite and it'll pretty much do everything for you. It'll animate it, change the frame rate, tell how many rows, how many vertical rows it is. You just give it a herp box and a stats counter. So that's pretty much for the bat. It's pretty basic. So here I can switch to my IDE now. I'll show you the code and how it works. Unless you want to see me run it, I'll show it running for you if that's all right. Let me see. Let me go to Zoom. Stop sharing. Let's see. Where? Oh, it's not showing up on the Zoom. The heck, I can't. Huh, strange. It's not. The Zoom menu is not showing up for me. Let me see. It's showing everything but that. Sorry about that. Trying to
No, it's good. You want to stop sharing and then
Yeah, I wanted to stop
share again?
switch sharing to my other desktop, but
That's okay. Sure,
it's
no problem.
the Zoom session is not showing my controls for some reason.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. It's over here. There we go. New share. Let's go to. There we go. All right, you can see my screen.
Yep, we can see the animated bat.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. There's each. I'll show it here running here. So I got full. Actually, I have better animation. I have a animation, a sword animation, and this actually has a hitbox. You can kill the grass. Pretty cool. And then there's a yeah, see a little animation for the bat when it's killed. It's got a knockback and everything. So there is stats for the bats and everything, but as I said, I didn't finish the AI for the bats, so they don't attack you yet. So it's basically a glorified bass and grass killing machine game. So yeah, but I was got full collision over here and everything. So eventually, I would if I would have eventually made the map so it would like continue on, so the camera would actually pan with you. But I just ran out of time for that. I'll show you the code. There's actually quite a lot of code to get this working. So here is the code for the player, just the player. Here's there is 3 separate states. There's one for moving, one for rolling, one for attacking. And here's constants that make the how the moving to look halfway decent. Code is kind of hard to explain, but when the input's vector is not 0, this is for WASD. This and that basically computes the input vector using the coordinates for the animation. Yeah, and animation state. This just sets up a bunch of blend space 2Ds that for I showed you in the that diamond I showed you. That's called a blend space 2D. And you want to set the travel to idle, and this move towards it basically actually moves your character around. And same thing for move and slide, but that's a separate thing. Here's a roll function. Takes the roll vector. I see roll vectors up here. It just defaults to down. You're actually down in the viewport. And these actually refer to the inheritance I was talking about. It actually pulls from the animation tree and animation player. So this gets the animation state, which is the tree that I created for the player. So it's roll finish. And then for the bat script, this one's a little bit more complicated. So this processes the knockback if I hit it right here. It uses this move and slide, and it just takes the how much knockback you want to do. And here's where the hitbox and everything is. Basically computes the uses the stats script that I created. Takes the area damage, knockback, and the knockback vector times this magic number. It makes it more makes the knockback look better. Now here's the interesting part. When there's no health detected, it's Q free. This is an interesting thing. This basically deletes the node. And so your bat will actually disappear after there's no health. And this is the enemy death effect. It's basically that animated little explosion there. And then it gets the parent of the node, and then it creates a child node. It basically instances another child node that's only exclusive for the death effect. So it basically appears there, then disappears. And that's exactly how I wanted it, because particle effect, you just want it to be there when you call for it. You don't want it to be there forever. So, and this is just sets the position of where the enemy was. You want the effect to happen where the enemy was standing. Here's the grass, pretty much. it's another instance, very similar, but it's not as complicated. And here's the hitbox. This is basically, you can just import this, it'll inherit any script, and you can add a damage variable. So if I go to player, like no, this is if I go to player scene. So I go to sort hitbox. You can see over here there's an actual damage variable now, and it says script variables. So you can add as many script variables as you want. And so you can I can change this to 2, and it'll now, instead of the bats have 2 health. So if I attack it, it'll one-shot it now. And there's these collision layers. They're kind of hard to explain, but basically I have this looking towards the enemy hurt box. It's kind of hard to explain, but here, I'll go to my editor scripts. World. Let's go to player script, and yeah, hitbox, grass effect, and the bat. So I think I'll move back to my presentation now. I'll switch screen. That's pretty much it for the demo.
Yeah, so that's very nice. So
Yeah.
you think that you're done?
This is yeah. Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I'll just finish up for the slides. The slides are just the code that I showed.
Mhm.
Code, player code stuff too, bash script code, and that's pretty much it. I would have liked to added more, but I'm just happy that I got something semi-competently. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And anyone have any question, please?
No question. I think it looks good.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So yeah, Matt, can you there we go again, the editor, please?
Oh yeah, sure. All right, just there we go. Okay. You can see it.
Yeah, I can see that. So okay, so first of all, can you share your challenges, what challenges you faced, and
what challenges? Oh, well, a lot of challenges. I was literally I created this. I had to the biggest challenge was I had to restart my project because I did a modification in the node, and it didn't I think I accidentally moved a node somewhere it shouldn't have been, and it screwed up everything. So I had to restart basically and retrace my steps. And another issue was learning Godot in general.
Yeah, language.
Yeah, I can. There's another project. If I quit, let's see. I think I can quit this. Scene. If I do quit, I have to reshare my screen. But if I go to, there's I created a separate project. This is a separate project I just was using to learn how to use the engine, because this is super alien to me. So I created this just for learning how to use it, because it's really ugly, but I needed to do it. Otherwise I would have been lost. You can only watch so many YouTube tutorials without just not learning that much, really. So I'd say the biggest challenge was learning Godot. That was my biggest challenge.
Awesome. And what is future work you are thinking? You want to continue this? And
yeah, I think I could continue. I think because the bat AI and the player stats, my milestone, I was hoping I would have player stats, but I would have liked to get done that. That's what I would have liked to done.
Awesome. Okay. And yeah, so I think that everything you explained very nicely. I actually have one question about the bushes. So do you have any script for the bushes or just the bushes are?
Oh no, the
random?
bushes. No, there is no script for the bush. Well, I think I did show you the script for the bushes. It's actually no, actually no, there isn't. There's no script for the bushes. It's just a collision map, and it uses here. Let me just bring
I
it up
think it's
again.
like objects, right?
Yeah, it's just an object plus collision.
And it has maybe like a health bar or something.
The bushes, are you talking about these bushes right
Yeah,
here, these
yeah.
big ones? No,
Mhm.
those are static objects. You can't remove them. You can't, they don't have any stats or anything. So
So the sword.
they're
can-
part of the terrain.
Okay. Okay. So.
But
Mhm.
I forgot to mention that everything's sorted into this Y sort. So I'll do like, if I do this, I think I showed you this time, but the Y sort basically allows us to do like, based off the collision, it'll like
Oh,
sort
that's
every
nice.
object.
That's very nice. Yeah. So it is actually, circulating around the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And so, if you don't have the sorting properly, like bushes will like appear above you, they'll like cover you and everything. So you need to have white sorting applied. Otherwise, you're just gonna have weird mismatch of like some objects will be above you, some objects will be behind you. It's yeah, pretty much. So let me
Awesome.
go.
Yeah, that's actually my questions. I really appreciate your presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
Yeah,
hard work.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. I think that is very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was kind of underwhelmed with myself too. I was like, well, this doesn't look that great. I could be do way better, blah 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 blah. And I'm just because yeah, I won't be too hard on myself though. I shouldn't be. Anyways, thank you guys for supporting me.
You're very welcome. Appreciate your work and also make it done. And
Can I go
yeah,
next?
so Hin, want to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Hin.
All right, so I'll be sharing my PowerPoint slide first.
Sure.
So first of all, like during midterm, I was using different softwares IDE. Like if you remember, like I was using like 3 different software tools to build it, and then I have a lot of problems, so I end up using just VS Code. So I'm building a online web application. As it's called X Shopping. And then my objective is to develop a successful flawless online shopping service, and it's a business to consumer service. So what are the benefits? It's well designed and functional, it's easy to use, and it's also responsive for mobile. As you know, like all the websites are available 24 hours. It's convenient, safe, and then safe for like customer information and stuff, and it's easy checkout. So what kind of software did I use? For the IDE, I use VS Code. For programming language, JavaScript, framework, Next.js, and JavaScript library, I use React, and mostly for front end. And for the backend content management, I use Sanity. And then for the checkout online payment processors, I use Stripe. So you guys might know a lot of the software. So I'll just explain a little bit more about Sanity in case you guys don't know. So this is the where I do my content management, like backend stuff like products. So as you can see, I have product, banner, and another products. These are the products that I use, and you can put lots of images, name. These you can just customize based on how you want it. It's all through Sanity, and So Sanity is a platform for structured content that, that lets you build better digital experience. It's an open source editor, and then it works with React, and then it also has database. So it's really lightweight. You don't have to do much, So, but in order to use Sanity, you have to create an account, and then so for real business, you can use this too for small business. So for monthly, they let you do like 200K API requests, 1 million API content delivery requests, and then 20 gigabyte of bandwidth. And
So it's free. It's
yeah, you have to create an account, and then it's free.
Awesome.
Yeah, later when I go through it, I will show it to you guys. And then this is Stripe. It's a third-party payment process system. I think a lot of business like Lyft, Pinterest, they also use this. So it's a full stack payment processor. It's developer friendly. It works with popular languages like .NET, Ruby, and lots of other stuff. And then for the currency, it can handle like 135 currencies. So you can do business internationally. You can use debit, credit card transactions. And then their payment system is really secure because it's a PCI certified, which is payment card industry certified, and it's level 1. So that means like you can do over 6 million card transaction, I think, yeah, per month, I think. And then you also get details report of your, business, like gross income, like or even specific customer spendings and stuff. So it's really good. So this is my homepage, my website. This is a navigation bar where I have a logo or either your business name. And then here's a shopping bag, and then search and user account icons. But these tools are not functional yet. It's just a placeholder. I haven't implemented that yet. And then this is a banner session where, you can promote your best-selling stuff and stuff. And then you can shop now directly, and then you will get to the product details page of this specific, item. And it has descriptions and stuff, as you can see. And this is my product sessions where, you have a name, categories name, and then images, the product item name. And down there, so if we go to next slide, you will see this is the same homepage. This is the bottom half. This is another session. I would say main session. You have images, name, and the price of the product. And then this is another banner session where you can announce like upcoming events or sales. So for me here, we're doing summer sale from this date to this date, and then for student you get 10% additional discount. And then this is just a footer where, a copyright notice, and then social media pages. So I don't have a social media pages for this, business. So it's just a placeholder now, but later you can just link it to your, if you have pages, it's easy. So this is when customer click products that they want to buy, it will redirect you to a product details page. So as you can see, this is a tools where when you add to cart, it will show you the quantity and the name of the product. So here, one Crestwear hoodie added to the cart. Then for the product detail page, you will have image and more image down here so that you can see different images, name, reviews, details, the price. And then the quantity you can increase or decrease, add to cart, and buy now mean it will take you right away to the cart. So this is down there. It's like a recommended section. When you buy stuff, they will say like you might like this item, so that customer can buy more stuff. All right, so this is the shopping bag. As you can see, this is the back, and then it tell you total items. So, and then yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, so 5 items. It will show you the price. You can still increase or decrease the quantity. You can remove the item from the bag, and it will tell you the subtotals and then the checkout buttons. So this is when you check out, it will take you, redirect you to the payment page, which is done by Stripe. So you will have the total price, your business name, and you can still update your quantity, and this will be your last chance for customers. So as you can see, there's a shipping, you can add shipping rates too, and total amount due. So a customer will give their email address, choose the shipping type, credit card informations, name, and then the zip code. So once customer pay, it will take you to a success order page where you can custom things like what you want to see, like thank you for your orders, and then you can actually send them receipt too through email. It's done by Stripe, and then your business email, so that if customer has concern and questions, they can send you emails, and then you can also continue shopping from here. And this is just a blast confetti third party, so it will show you a few seconds. So this is the end of my power slide. Then now I'll take you guys to my source code. So where's my source code? And show. Okay. Share my screen. So I use VS Code, my X shopping, and so first of all, I'll take you guys to the, well, these are the dependencies. I use Bubble, Sanity, Stripe, Next, React. So those are the things. And then I'll take you the backend. And backend schemas. So this is the backend where I create like products, where you see the, can you guys just give me a second so that I can log into like all the websites like Sanity?
Sure.
Sanity, Stripe. Okay. This is mine. Okay, so this is my, can you guys see my web browser?
Yes.
Okay.
You can see it.
So this is where the data set, I create my account at Sanity. See, as you can see, while I was building my project, I have requested like more than 500. That's a lot. And here it's my data sets, which is I give production. Now we can see we have to use APIs to link it to my source code. So these are the things that I create for my products, fields like image, name, slot, and price. So if I run, this is my backend. So it will take me to localhost. So this is my website. Where's mine? I want to show you guys my Sanity. Manage. Okay. Wait. Where I create my products and stuff. So No, not this one. Okay, never mind. I'll show you later when I. So this is my product, and this is my schemers where I use. This is for my banners where I use these banners. So, and then this is for the woman product. So that's most of the backend here. And then this is the API keys that I put in a separate page. And then these are my components where I have cards, card footer banners, and then the top banners. And this is the index page where I call all the components. And this is my layout. This is for my navigation bar on the top. This is for the product for the men's and women products. And then for the APIs, this is for the Stripe APIs where you have the public key, which I have in separate page so that it's safer. And then for the shipping rates, you can create shipping rates from Stripe. Products. So here you can create your own shipping rates too. So for free shipping, I create 0, and you get the API key from here, and then you put it in here so that's how you, when you check out, you get the different shipping rates. And then, so in library, I have clients where, the backend sanity, that this is where I connect my APIs for the backend. And then this is where I get my, for the Stripe, you have 2 different API keys to put in. So this is where I put my second one. This is just a confetti where I check one customer pay and then the thing blasts. And this is for the product details page. As you can see, there's a lot of logic in here. Same thing for the other one. It's pretty similar though. And this is the apps where you wrap your web page with state content, layout, and toaster, and then the components pages. So this is the home page where I have like women hoodies, men hoodies. You get all, and this is the query session where you get all your items, products. And this is the success page where, thank you for your order and stuff, you can just create. So that's pretty much, and then this is just the style sheet where I use class name from here. Like these are the class name. So it's pretty much, these are the code. So I'll show a demo of my website. So if you shop now, it will take you to the product details page. You can buy now, and then as you can see, toast and then item. Okay, so you can pick again, and this is rolling around too. Quantity to add to cart, to added to carts. And then if you click the logo, it will take you back to home page. You can pick, it has animated, and then you can pick 3. And then if you go to carts, these are the thing. You can add more. So it becomes 2 here. You can, if you want to remove, the price is chain 2, and then checkout. And so here you can see update to 1, price will change, name, test, reasonable.com, free shipping. For the, so if you use Stripe, you use 4242 just for testing. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you pay, it will redirect you to the success page. Yeah, so it will take you to the success page, and then you can see continue shopping. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't remember how to. Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Full site.
Last one. I forgot to stop.
Looks really good.
So this is where I manage my backend product stuff. I promise this is the last one. So I have to use two different terminals to start backend and front end. So was 333. So Sanity take care of the backend. So this is where I add my products, images, you know, and so Sanity. So for products, I create image, name, slug, price, and details. So this is where you get name, slug, price, and details, and then the images. So you just add all the images and then just type in all the, you know, fields of each products. And, you know, it's easy. And this is the banners where, you know, I have different stuff like for these ones. All right, I think that'll be all. Thank you for your listening to my presentation.
Awesome. So that's really great. I can see that students are writing in the chat. So any question from the audience, please? Any question from the audience?
Yeah, I do have a question. Did you have did you have any trouble with the backend in particular, or you just had pretty much
Again, yeah. At first, I only used this session, and then when I add this session, I thought I could use this. You know, like instead of creating another like product details page, I thought I could use the same one from the first one, but I couldn't. So I think I spent like 3 days to figure out like, and then finally I have to create a new like a session page API page, and then even though these codes are like pretty similar, like pretty much exactly the same, but the query calls are different. So that's the last one that I have for a few days. And yeah, I was glad that I got it. Otherwise, you won't see this session. Maybe only this one. I can add more down there, you know, but I want to have 2 different categories, like women to men. So that's why I want to separate.
It looks pretty professional, I will say.
Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions, please? Anyone have any questions?
I guess not.
Okay. Actually, my question is
Sure.
that so there is a banner, and
Yep.
is there any way that we can have a sliding banner so we can have different images, sliding, okay,
Yeah.
at different
Are you
times?
talking about this one?
There's a school thing you did, but I'm talking about the front banner.
Yeah. Okay.
This one. So there's a sliding, things or any updates or new arrivals, is coming and it is sliding.
Oh, okay.
Is there any way to, update it, or what do you think?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think I can use the same logic from here, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, maybe in the future I
Okay.
can update it over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but I like it clean too, like not too much, you know, like sometimes some website you want in and then there's a lot of stuff in the homepage.
Yeah. No, it's very clean, and I really like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Guys. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome. I really love that. And Matt Hain did a great job. And who is next?
I'll go.
Oh, Christine, thank you. Please.
So I guess I'll just start with my presentation because I'm not sure I can get my emulator to actually like run it. So I'll do, let's see here. Share. Let's do, sorry, I gotta move everything out of my way. Sorry, having some complications.
No, no, you could please take your time.
Let's do. Okay, so I called my application picked bomb. I basically designed an application like Instagram. I kind of used it for reference, so anybody can sign up and use it and share pictures and add comments, and then they can have people like friends that they follow or people follow them. And then I used Android Studio, Java, and my Firebase was, or sorry, my database was through Firebase. And then I had some other dependencies for like special effects on edit text boxes and for images, so that you can crop when you add images. And then a circle image view, because that's pretty consistent for most social networking sites these days. So when you log in, there's going to be like a little animation and it like slides up and then you get to this page. So if you're a returning user, you'll obviously log in. And then if you're a new user, you'll go to registration. And then this is just kind of showing my, this is a list of, this is my database. So this is all of the users that I have generated. And every time that they create a new account, they get a unique UID. And so this is kind of like some of the source code that is used for generating new accounts and hash maps for storing it into the database. And then, so when you first, if you're a registering user, it wants you to, create your profile. So it'll take you to this edit profile page, and then you can select an image from the device. I didn't set it up to where it can access the actual camera, so it's just like storage from the device. And then you can do, your name, your username, a little bio. And then again, this is how it's stored inside the database. So you can see like bio, email, ID, and the images are stored by the URL. Sorry, this gets a little messy because there's a lot of functionality. So once the user is generated an account, it automatically kicks you to this homepage. So you can view all of your posts and everyone that you're following's posts. And then from there, you have the like feature, which is the little star. And then you have commenting feature, which kicks you to this other comments page where you can add it, add and delete comments. And then again, this is how it's stored within the Firebase. Everything gets generated with an ID. Okay. And then, oh yeah, it's just, this is your bottom navigation. I'll go more into it as I get there. So this is the searching page. You can search by usernames or you can search by hashtags. And then it shows, it gives you the option if you would like to follow the users that you search or if you're already following them. And then this is if you are creating a post, that's the little circle add one. Again, it takes you into the device storage, and here's the cropping feature. And then you can add your comments and your tags. And then again, this is the source code for doing all of that using hash maps. And again, this is the view of the database. And then there's a notifications tab. So you will get notifications for anybody that likes your post or any user that has started following you. The liked post or the photo details post is kind of similar to the homepage, but this is just that specific image with those comments and that like. So it's not like scrollable. It's just that specific one. And then if they started following you, it'll take you to their profile page. And then this is the user's profile page. It shows all of the pictures that they have posted. And then it shows people that are following them and then who they're following too when you click into those options. And then again, if you click on these photos, it'll take you back to that photo details. So there's a lot of like little extra stuff on every page. It's kind of hard to break it down. And then up here is the menu, so you can sign out from your profile page. And then these are the source. I basically used a lot of our previous Android Studio projects as far as like the layout. And then it was going back and like figuring other sources out for how to use Firebase, since that's not something we ever covered. And then let's see here. And then, yeah, so it's, yeah, there's a lot of activities. There's a lot of fragments and adapters for all of the functionality. Is there anything in specific you want to see?
Yes, if you can show us the followers activity.
The followers activity?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, type it and stuff.
So
So
where you unfollow, so when you unfollow, it is actually
yeah, it'll remove it. I think that's in the adapter. That's not in. Where did it? Sorry. Like this is just retrieving the actual from the database. That is actually in. Let's see here. Sorry, give me a second.
Sure.
Is that notification user options, comment, edit? I think it's actually in profile. Number of posts. So this is the this is like retrieving the count, the number of followers. So that's how you're seeing the count within the profile page.
Mhm.
Intent and die. I'm pulling, yeah, the list. Okay, here, yeah, here it is. Okay. So it's basically like checking the here, let me see if I can get to it. Oh, my emulator is actually working for a second.
Awesome. Oh, great.
Yeah, so this is the home page. You can scroll through. So like this is everybody that I'm following and my own posts. I should have updated the tags to be a different color, but somehow it grabbed my accent color from my file and I couldn't figure out how to like change it.
Hmm.
So
So the grad photo is yours photo?
I'm sorry, what?
The grad photo that you shared, it is your photo?
This is my photo. No, I just took photos from, like, I just found random photos online and saved them onto the emulator, like onto the device.
Oh, I thought that you got the Resila and you practice little bit.
No, I didn't do that. These are just,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, that's basically it.
How many of you have the regalia? You got it, regalia. What do you call it, regalia or Resila? Maybe regalia, right? The one that grabbed where,
What? This one?
yeah, the regalia, right?
Oh, the chords?
Mhm.
Wait,
You got it from the school? The college?
Honor
we
college.
haven't gotten them yet. They said that they're passing them out at graduation.
Yeah, they'll do that on the show care center. Yeah, if you have not take it from the school.
As far as I know, we weren't able to pick them up at the school.
Well, I got mine from the school, from the college actually.
Oh, okay. Great.
Awesome. So when you unfollow, it is going to reduce the number.
Yes, it changes. Yeah, it'll change in the database.
Okay, and it will change the page instantly, or I need to refresh it?
You'll have to restart it.
Okay. Awesome. So that's your presentation, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So any question for Christy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the name. I saw lots of Chrissy. I think that might be the person who posted. At first, I thought it was like I saw zero star, like 0 likes, and then I see your name, and I was a little confused. But then I figure out I think it's the one who posted. I think.
Yeah, it's their name. So like at the top here, let's see if I can go back. Here, I'll go back. Share. So yeah, at the top, this is the profile or the username. And then
Yeah, that one.
it shows the number of likes. And then this is like the name of the actual poster.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's my question.
Honestly, I'll say that your project's pretty ambitious, and I'd say you pretty much succeeded.
I mean, it's a pretty basic representation of what Instagram is today. I mean, it got really intensive trying to connect everything, especially with the database and making sure like it wouldn't crap out.
Yeah, I can see that, but you got the basics down. I think you got something pretty decent. Like I mean, for one, you got a lot of experience with Android now,
Exactly.
and that's a lot of Android code you got there.
Mhm.
Yes.
Awesome. So that's really great work. And the way I really love the thing that the way she actually divided the things that, okay, fragment is this folder, and the organization of her code is very nice. I really like that. So that way is actually navigating through the project is easy.
Yeah, it definitely got harder. I was like, wow, initially I was like, oh, I'm gonna have like 4 activities and but then trying to do the adapters and all the
Awesome. Any more questions? Anyone, please?
No question. It's good. Great job.
Yeah,
have a
no
question.
questions. Oh, go ahead.
Regarding to Firebase, do you need a link it to a token key for it? for it to retrieve the data?
Yeah, it uses a key.
Okay, yeah, same with the Azure that we
Uses
did.
like
Yeah.
same with kind of like when we did hash maps, like the key ID. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Look nice. Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Stan, it looks really good. I think you did a good job.
Awesome, yeah. So being nice question, yeah. So I actually also thought about that, and what she did actually, she actually in the database, when she was saving the username and everything, she's saving as a key, with a key, and converting it into a key. So that is another level of security, like security purposes. So that's good. Instead of plain text, and we actually usually do it when we have password. Okay, when user give password, instead of giving the plain text password and everything, we actually make it a hash code or some other key. So that is secured, very secured in the perspective of yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Christy, again. Appreciate that. That's a great work.
Yep.
And
Thanks.
yeah, I hope that you will keep continue. I actually I know that some of you are doing great work using while developing the mobile application development, like mobile apps. So please, if you want, submit it to the different medium, like what is called Google Apps, okay, or Android apps, okay, it's or App Store, sorry, is App Store, okay. So please try to submit App Store, and I think that that would be nice, okay. Okay, awesome. So who want to go next? Next one.
I can go.
Win,
Mine
go.
is pretty short, so
Sure. Win.
screen one. So my you guys see my part? Oh no.
Yeah, the page, animated page.
Oh,
Yeah, we can see it.
because I have two screens. I think I shared those.
Is it desktop? Is what is called desktop screen, or?
Yeah, it's a desktop screen, but I have two monitors, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure which one did I share. But you guys see
Yeah,
my
now we see
PowerPoint?
PowerPoint. Yeah,
Okay.
machine learning.
So, oh, well, that didn't work. I'll just use this. So my project is about learning about machine learning, but basically I'm focused on reinforcement learning. So this is the two sources that I use mainly for my project. So what is machine learning? So basically we all know it's AI. But there are two or three methods of machine learning. So we have supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. So basically I'm learning about reinforcement. So next is, so what's the difference between those? So supervised versus unsupervised. So basically supervised is basically you are feeding the machine or the model a categories. Let's say for this picture right here, it's just apple. So it will learn to recognize, hey, when you show a, let's say a picture of an apple, it will say, hey, it's a apple. And then for unsupervised, it's a little bit different. It's will determine the categories. As you can see in this example, we feed it bananas and apple. So it will train the AI have to recognize, hey, this is a category of apples and this is category of bananas. So basically that's the two main difference compare supervised and unsupervised learning. So now what is reinforcement learning? So basically the plain term for reinforcement learning is basically you're learning how human learn. So we learn by our mistakes. So basically that's pretty much the basic understanding of what's reinforcement learning. So basically is if you fail, then you get a negative or a punishment. If you success, you get a reward. So basically the basic idea of it. So for reinforcement learning, there are 4 points within the method or the environment, you say. We have the ancient, so which is the action that what we're gonna govern or the policy, what we're gonna do within the environment. So for this example, the ancient is the dog. So it learning how to fetch. So, and then the environment, which the, you know, the ancient is in, so which is the human, which is the environment. So basically the human will, you know, throw the sticks, and the action the dog will take either run after the stick or doesn't run after the stick. And then based upon the action, we have the reward and observation. So basically, if the dog grab the stick and give it back to the owner, then it will get a reward, a treat. And then from that, the ancient will observe, hey, I did good. And then let's say the other hand, if it doesn't complete, let's say the owner throw the stick and the dog doesn't catch it or doesn't return the stick, then it doesn't get a reward or a dog treat. So basically, that's the main point of the reinforcement learning. So for my project, I teach the AI how to play the Dino game, the Chrome Dino game. So for the tool I use is mainly Jupyter Notebook. The two important input dependency is torch vision and stable baseline. So basic baseline is pretty much a built-in library with a whole bunch of reinforcement learning framework. So I don't have to actually write out the algorithm itself. And then we have the torch vision, pretty much a computer vision and imaging video. So this is what I need for it to capture the Dino game within my desktop. So pretty much this is the library for the game or the Jupyter Notebook to interact with the game. So I use MSS, which capture the screenshot of the game. And then I have PyDirect input. So pretty much sending the Python command or Python code based upon the screenshot that it gets. And then I have the Tesseract, which is a optical character recognition. So pretty much is reading characters or words in the screen. So let's say this is a game, and then it will translate or convert that into a string text. So then it will input PyDirect. That's how I was able to, let's say, it will know, hey, this game is over. Let's restart the game again. So that's how it tells. And then for the reinforcement learning algorithm, I use the PPO algorithms. So this is pretty hardcore kind of thing. Pretty much my project is based pretty much the baseline of learning. So if I go to this website, let's go to this website. That's the game. So So within this website, there are a whole bunch of reinforcement learning algorithm that we can choose from. So, but for this one, from the tutorial I follow, they use this algorithm. So each algorithm have their pros and cons, but this one is pretty much popular within the kind of the thing that I'm doing, like teaching AI how to play games. So that's for that. And then we're gonna look at some of the code that to create the environment. So for this, pretty much it's capturing the frame. I think, yeah, it used the capturing screenshot. So pretty much right here is capturing the game. So pretty much if I put it up, it will capture this screen right here. So pretty much this is the resolution or the place that I wanted to capture the game itself. So, and then for this line of code right here, the self.done location is where it will capture, hey, if this game is over or not. So if I, right here, it will capture game over, and then it will restart the game again. So that's how it does it. So let's go here. So this is the operation, how the let's say the AI observed the environment. So as you can see, this is just the EV or the environment, which is the library or the standard baseline. So we will pass that on to our operation. So this is the function for it. So basically, it will just grab the image of what I want to see. So basically, this self.done location. So basically, this is what it's seeing right now. So if I don't have anything, it will, well, basically it converted this line right here. Basically, it converted onto the rendering image, so we can see. But in reality, the AI only see array of text or array of numbers. So this is the number, and then if you plot it, it will see the game itself. And then now we're talking to next is the engine. So pretty much the action, what we're gonna do. So pretty much the Dino game is pretty basics. We only have two input, either jump or duck. So basically space is jump and then one is to duck. So when you're ducking, it's pretty much like the bird flying at you. So it will able to learn how to dodge the bird. And then for the jumping, it will jump over the cactus or whatever obstacle it's gonna do. If it doesn't, then the game is gonna be over. So basically, this is the code for it to take. So if there is no action, then we'll send a pi command and press the action map. So pretty much it's pressing either jump or duck. So action map, it will pass the action map. And then this is pretty much is getting or returning the information. So observe the reward and the done and the info of it. And then next is, so determine the game is over. So on here, it's pretty much grabbing the screen capture of the game. So pretty much the tesseract, it will take the word on the screen or the desktop, and then it will convert it into the string. So this is the string that I wanted to capture. So if it's able to detect game or any other string that is on here, then it will turn on to true. If not, then it's gonna continue doing the action. So, and then this is pretty much the example. Later on, I'll show you the live one. So here, as you can see, is capturing the game right here. And then this is capturing when it's done. So game. So the tesseract is not really really accurate if you don't pre-process it. So as you can see, it doesn't actually, if you look, it say game obviously, but if you see it convert the text onto CEI, so that's not really game. So if I do more processing, then it will able to detect the text on the screen better. But on here, basically it's easier for me to do. I will just input this text onto the line of code when they say done. So CEI. So it will detect the CEI, and then it will pass on to the function or the method done, and then it will say true. So it turn on to true when they see that. So done equal true. And then this is pretty much the training evaluations. So on here, I will later learn about 100,000 steps. So basically how this take about like 10 to 15 hours of me leaving my computer on and let it train. For it take pretty long time for it to train, and then it will give you the result. And each of the frame is one action step, so it's a lot of data to process. So basically on here, basically within the 10 to 15 hours, this is what I will see. It just try to learn how to play the game. So it taking random action. Sometimes it does good, sometimes it doesn't. So in theory, if you train it, the more you train it, the better it gets. So, and then the conclusion I got was the amount that I train is not, it doesn't get that much a high score if I do it myself. So this I did myself is like 4,000. The best is can get around 400 high score, but that's training within 15 to 10 hours. But as you can see, in theory, if you train it more, it will obviously get better at the game. So now is I'm gonna take you guys to the code. So the main the main challenge I face is trying to get all this library to work. So there's a lot of steps involved just trying to, are you able to see this? The text?
Yeah, we do see it.
Okay.
Yeah, we see it.
So that's my main problem is just getting all the library and dependency to work. So this is installing all the dependency, and then this is importing. So this is basically the function of getting the environment or create an environment, as I show you guys on the PowerPoints. Oh, let me kind of, yeah. So on here, so basically these are the functions that go together. So creating the game web environment. So these are operations. So if I run this, it will get, let's say, so right now I didn't move the screen yet. So if I move the screen a little bit, the value is different. So it's capturing my desktop, but pretty much this just digit. But if we plot the image on the screen, this is what we get. So this is what pretty much what we get, or what we see, or the computer see. So if you guys see, it's kind of like a different kind of color, because on here we are converting the color onto a grayscale. So why we do it? Because it takes less data to process. So in theory, it will the AI input would be faster, or performance would be faster. So pretty much we are resizing and recalling it. So back here, and then we're gonna run this basically that way it is, and then this is what the grayscale look like. But on here, let me pull up the game first. Let me move this over a little bit. Oh, it keeps snapping. So on here, you won't see anything. So it will capture, as you see this, the game. And then if I move it, it will capture my PowerPoint really. Let's go back. Yeah, so you see it's the PowerPoint on here. So and here is how it captured the gate, then do the tesseract to recognize the image. It convert into the text screen or text string. So go back here. Not sure this is saved. So on there, it's kind of detect the text, but it didn't get it quite right. So that's pretty much the help of tesseract, is detecting if the game is over. So on here, it's just this code right here. It's just for me to test if it's running correctly. So if I run it, so right now it's playing by itself. So basically it's working right now. So that's the main function in this code. And on here, so this is where we get the training or the callback log for the training. So basically this is saving. So let's say we are training, and then every, let's say a checkpoint. So we are saving every 1,000 step on here. And then this will create a log or a, it will save onto a directory. So I have on here the train model. So here is the list of a checkpoint that the AI had have saved. So every about 1,000 or 10,000 steps, it will save. So this is the train models, and then go back a little bit. Let's go back. And we also have the logs. So this is the logs for it. So go to here. So pretty much this is how we save our train model. That's basically what the line is. And then finally, this is where we start training our models. So here I will just run the, so we are training for this amount of steps. So I'm not gonna run that much because it's gonna take pretty long time, about 10 to 15 hours. So here we're just gonna run it. So basically you leave all your computer on, it will just run or learn how to play the game. So now, once we get the model, so as you see, we save our progress when it's learning. So on here, we can load the model, the best model that we can get. So this, I don't think this is the best one, but this is for example. So we're gonna run that line of code, and then here we're gonna run the test model on here. In theory, it should be better than what it's pre have. So sometimes that's good, sometimes it don't. So that's basically my my project. So you guys have any questions regarding it?
No, I'm just pretty impressed so far. That's pretty I'm just a lot of just impressed. That's all I can really say.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty much is trying to setting all the library and dependency to get it to work. In theory, you can do this with any games because we are capturing our desktop. So basically, this game is pretty basic. It only have 2 action really. So just go up and go down. So imagine if you have a more complicated game like, let's say, GTA or Forza or racing game, it will have, let's say, accelerate, brakes, turn left, turn right, and let's say reset the car. So they're way more, you can actually build this out way more, but this is pretty much the basic of the function or this game is. So it's easier to understand and to learn. Yeah, Hint,
Yep.
do you have questions?
No.
Oh,
Awesome. Awesome. So I actually like some of the students here. I hope that you understand the whole idea of his project. And maybe if you don't understand in depth everything, if I don't have any previous experience, I also would be the same situation like you, that in details I could not understand anything. So luckily I worked my whole masters I did with Python and with AI, machine learning, this kind of things. Okay. And maybe last in the data mining class, not only the data mining, advanced data intelligence class, I also shared my research, the research project with you, maybe if you remember. So that thing actually is very, 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 very high level, very, very interesting. I really appreciate that. The work he did is actually the master's level, not the bachelor level, but he did it in the bachelor level. So superb, superb. And the way, so in short, what he did actually, we have a Dino game, okay, on the browser. Okay, so it pops up when you have 404, no internet, like that. Okay, internet connection error or something like that. So when you have this kind of Dino game appear, you can play without internet. Okay, you can play without internet, and or with internet also you can play. So what he did is actually he trained his model. There is a model, okay, so which actually get some data. Okay, in getting some data or getting some pattern. Okay, so it recognizes the pattern. Okay, and it recognizes the pattern, and it knows that, okay, what I need to do. Okay, and Vin actually showed you that some example of supervised and unsupervised learning. Like supervised, you are telling the model that this is the apple, this is the banana. So when you see next time banana, say it is banana. Okay, so that you can identify. And unsupervised learning is that you are putting different inputs, different categories, and then now you are developing the model like the way that your model is so much intelligence that your model can categorize that, okay, this is apple, this is banana, this is pineapple, this kind of things. Okay, so he trained it, and then he recognize the letters, when the game over, is it game over or not. If it is game over, then restart the game. So this kind of thing. So the model, his model actually recognize the game over and everything. I mean, having the scanning the or screenshot, taking the screenshot of the data. And you see the array there, where 230, 230, 230, and there is a lots of columns. Okay, so it can be say that arrays of array. Okay, or array of arrays, like that. So in the one array, single array, you see the lots of other arrays. Okay, so this kind of things is actually pixelized. Okay, so this is the screen, or screen, and every every dot is represented there. 230, 230, 230, 250, 250, 250 is a value that actually represent a single dot in the screen. Okay, so that is the thing he did. So that's a nice representation, that's a nice thing, but again, it is a high level topics and everything. So Vin, you know my email, right?
yeah.
Okay, so let me give you my email again. Okay, can you send me an email from your personal email
Yeah, I can.
so that I can communicate with you? It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, any question? Anyone have any question?
Oh, good job.
Okay.
Yeah,
you.
just really good job. That's all I can really say. It's just quite good.
Thank you. So I think I can get this better through neural network AI. So instead of basically it's an add-on of it. So basically it evolution. So this is just learning by mistakes just by doing it. So for neural network, it will have generation after generation. They say one generation learn go over a certain obstacle, and then the next generation it will adapt from that previous generation, and then it will continue getting better and better. So I think that's my next goal is neural network through machine learning. Yeah.
And I love that you use CB2 for grayscale image conversion. So that's a very nice thing.
Yeah.
So
this
you
one
have
kind of use OpenCV2 from let's say
OpenCV2.
yeah, right here.
I used OpenCV and you are using OpenCV2.
Yeah.
Updated version. Yeah. So so again, what he did is that you see the screen, his screen is black and white. So from the black and white, he's converting it to the grayscale image. So for the to convert that, there's a library CV2, OpenCV.
Yeah.
So he used that. Okay, awesome, very nice.
Yeah, it converted to a grayscale. And then for actually modeling or observing, I use the MSS, the multi screenshot. So basically it taking screenshot at every frame. So where's the library on here? MS. CV2, no. I can't find on the code.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, so it just grabbed the screenshot. So basically that's how it learn it pixel by pixel. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. I thank you. It's a great work. It's a high level work. Yeah, I put my email here. Okay, just send me an email. Okay, from your personal email, and we'll talk. Okay, from there. Thank you. Awesome. And okay, I see that Julie joined. Julie, actually, I didn't go there yet. Okay, today is actually off day, so I didn't go today. But I hope that it will be safe because already I informed that, so it will be safe. Okay, so no problem at all. Yeah. And when I get it, in my hand, I will let you know. Thank you so much for checking in. Appreciate it. Yeah. No, they'll not. They'll put it and again. No, they will not do that. And again, another thing is that the other students is not around the campus, so it's all good. Yeah. Thank you so much for asking.
Hey Nazar, I've got a quick question.
Yeah.
For the final project, do you want us to have the project files in the zip file along with the PowerPoint inside the zip file too?
No, not inside the zip folder. Is a zip different. Okay, so PowerPoint and the project, this should be separate. Okay. You got it.
So the PowerPoint is separate from the zip.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to clarify.
Awesome. Yeah, sure. Okay, so who is next?
I can go next.
Go. Awesome. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep, we can see it nice and clear.
All right. So my project is an Android app, and the title of the app is called "What's This Word?" The purpose is to create a children's multi-learning language that target toddler from 2 to 5-year-olds. This help the toddler to learn accessible words in both in English and also in Vietnamese, but it can also be adapted to other language too. So this were my project schedule and milestone. We did the project charters, did some concept development using some wireframe stuff, and then did some research, text and content, test, launched the app in Google Play. So I think this is where I'm at, launching the app. So here's my status. Pretty much everything's done. I launched the app in Google Play last week. I'm currently waiting for it to show up in production. And then some of the challenge that I have while working on this project was first was, where to find good image, and then where to find the audio files. So audio file, there's this good website called Sound Text, and say you want to, get an audio file of that word, say in German, you submit the text, because this can be handy to you guys later on too. So if you ever want to use it, and then, where'd it go? So here you can play it, or you can download it. So I use this to download my my audio's pronunciation of the word in Vietnamese that I use in my app. And then I use MongoDB RAM for the database. And also when I try to release this project in Google Play, because I'm targeting age 0 to 5, I ran into some, well, they enforced me to have a privacy policy, right? So I was able to find a website that that could help me generate the privacy policy, so then I can use it to upload my app in Google Play. So if you ever run into that issue, check out this website. It's called privacypolicy.com. And then, oops, sorry. All right. So, so this is the Google console. So we learned a lot in the previous quarter how to develop the app, but I don't think we ever tried to submit it in Google Play. So this quarter, I kind of like learned on my own how to do that. So let me walk you guys through really quick on how to do that. Let me see. So first, you have to sign up for an account, and it take about I think it take about $20, but you also have to provide your a picture of your IDs, and then it will take about a couple of days for them to validate. and then you go through. They have like this process where it'll take you from setting up your app, right? The content of your app, who are you targeting, and here's the privacy policy that I was talking about. If you are targeting audience that under 13, you have to have a private policy, and then you declare, what kind of app this is. Is it free or is it a paid app, and if there's any app in the application, and then you have to go through testing, right? You have to go through closed testing. Closed testing is like you invite someone on your team to do the testing, so then you can coordinate with that person to go through the testing development phase. And then after you pass the closing testing, you do the open testing. Open testing is more like a public testing. So you can have your app available in the Play Store, like this one, where people can go in and try to test out your product and give you feedback. So if you guys want to check out my app, you guys can use this link here to install it on your Android device. And then after that, you can roll into production. So I tried to roll into productions yesterday, but I didn't know that it take 1 to 3 days for them to review your app before they can make it available in the Play Store. Okay. So here's what the app look like. This is the main menu. There's a learning there's a learning flashcard mode where you can learn show a picture of the word, and then you click on the the apple, the American word, pronounce the apple in English. If you click on the Vietnamese word, it will pronounce the word in Vietnamese. And it also have some game. For this one, you can it will say apple, and then you choose which word is the apple. And so the next step, so my intent for this is I'm not really done with this app. I'm intending to continue to work on this app. There's actually a lot of things that I wanted to continue to work on. For example, I wanted to incorporate the advertisement stuff on here, and then say if, I wanted to make it so then I can like generate some monies. I think that's how you can get money for developing app, is you incorporate advertisement into your app, and also incorporating donation. So people like your app, they can donate some money to you, and then since this will be on the Google Play Store, there'll be like feedback there, and I'm planning to incorporate those feedbacks from users, and then also from my daughter. She has some good idea that I'm planning to incorporate into the app or make it better. And then also planning to make more quiz game. I realized that kids learn better when they're when they are playing a game, or have some kind of interaction. So I'll make more games in the app. We'll add more content and audios. I was working on a favorite of future feature, but it took a lot of time. It was like more complicated than I thought. So So I wasn't able to complete it because I wanted to focus on getting this app to the Play Store. So that's why I put a pause on incorporating these features. And then also, I would also like to add different languages to it, and not just right now it's just English and Vietnamese, but I think I can add like any language that I want or the user requests. So here's some of the resources I use. I use Mongo BD for RAM database, and then here's the image website, and then this is for Sal. And here's the tutorials on how to publish to Google Play. All right, so let me go to my app. So this is my app, and so here on my layout, and there's a lot of stuff on here because I'm trying different stuff on here, and some of them are complete, some of them I'm still working on, like it's like this favorite stuff. I'm still working on it. It's not complete yet. So he's like a splash screen, and this is the menu. And then so my app is basically using a lot of recycle view. So I have a couple of so let me show you. So I have a couple of like adapters for the recycle view. So for on the home screen, which is the topic screen, I have a topic adapters. And then when they click on the topics, right, there's also subtopics. So I have a subtopic adapters, right, to show the users like what are the subtopics, and then also like the words. Also have a word adapters, too, which so all the words for that subtopics. It will make more sense when I show you guys the app. So here so here's learn activity. And yeah, there's like there's some comment in my code because I'm still trying to work on it. And then here, let me show you the app. Run the app. No, that's not it. Okay. Thing is still running, still building. I think I have it open earlier. So okay. So here's let me close this. Right, and then we open the app. So my daughter's, her name is Vivian. So here's the home screen, right? And say I'm interested in Vietnamese. So both English and Vietnamese. So here I click on the food, the topic food. And so this is a recycle view of the topics. And I click on the food and say flash card. This will go to the subtopics. It's another recycle view. And then to say I want to click on the fruit, it will take to the the words for the food. Oh, what happened? Just kicked me out. Oh, it's resetting. There we go. Sorry, I think I was doing something and decided to rebuild my my app. So let's go here, food, flashcard.
Almond.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so see it. You know, when I scroll to the next
Apple.
slide, you know, it will say apple, and then if I want to click on
Quả táo.
the Vietnamese word, it will say quả táo. So you know,
Apricot.
keep the slide, go to the next word,
Avocado. Trái bơ.
and then if I scroll, if I flip it,
Trái bơ.
it will also say in Vietnamese, and you know, here it's also provide like a you know, some meaning or definition and example. If I slide it, it will go to new word, flip it,
Trái chuối.
it will say in Vietnamese.
Blackberry.
Okay.
Dâu đen. Blueberry.
And then so for the games and quiz, so here's a test mode. So I want to test
Roll.
bakery. So you know, it say roll, and then the idea is here, which one is roll, right? So if you pick the wrong one, so that, oh, I got one wrong. Right one.
Pretzel. Bread.
And then at the end, it will
Wait.
give, at the end, it will give like a report, like how much I got right and
Croissant.
how much I got wrong. And then the other quiz again. This one is about listening.
Beer.
You know, so it's, you know, say beer, is it true or false? You know, true. So correct.
Coffee. Cocktail.
And that's pretty much it. Do you have any question?
Awesome. That's a great. I really love that. Any
Yeah,
questions
really.
from the audience, please?
No.
No questions. I'm just impressed.
It's a great, isn't it? It's a great project, I think.
Awesome. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So Vu, you already submitted?
Yeah, I already submitted in the Play Store. So if you go to this link,
Mhm. Yeah, can
you can install it in your on your Android.
can you give us in the chat? So I request everyone to give the positive review and everything, so that it will be nice, because it is our project. Boost project means our project. So please.
Is it only Android?
Yeah, unfortunately, I only uploaded in the Google Play Store.
Oh, okay.
I haven't figured out how to do it in the Apple Store yet. So yeah, maybe that will be the next item, right? How to launch this in the
Yeah.
Apple Store.
I love that and because first of all you showed us that was the procedure and everything. Very nice. That was nice to see, that when you are developing something for 0 to 5 years or 2 to 5 years kids, then you need to have some privacy policy set up. That was good. Very nice. Oh, thank you so much for the link. Yeah. So I request everyone, if you have Android devices and everything, please install and at least leave a review. Okay. good review, because it's
Yeah, and
really,
then-
yeah.
Yeah, and I can see, so when people using my app,
Mhm.
you know, it provide me all this statistic
Yeah.
of you know, how my app is running. And also if it crash on your device, it's also report back to me, oh, you know, it crashed. For example, let me see my email here. Here's found some issue in my app. You know, it say there was an error found. I think there was it showed some kind of crash history. Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, the
The-
link doesn't work. Maybe, is it only for phone?
I think
Um,
it is.
So when I click on it, it'll take me to this page where I can install it on my phone.
Yeah, we got error.
I think it's only work for your Gmail account because you're signed in.
Oh,
We
okay.
can't sign in, or we can't see. That's a private page, I believe.
So open testing. So I think open testing, I think you guys you guys should be able to see if I can find a link here. Yeah, so currently right now it's in review for production. So I would wait maybe a day or two to see if you can search for it in the App Store. But I thought that for open testing, you should be able to get the link. Internal testing. Or I'll add your, I guess I can also add your, oh, here, copy link. Okay, let me try this. Can you try that and see if you're able to access it?
It's
You
not
need to
available for
invite
this
us.
phone.
App not available for this account. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'll let you guys know when it's become public.
so apparently it looks like it's right now it's set up to where you have to invite individual accounts to be to use it, become part of the testing program.
Okay, try this one, because I know there's like different. They have like different test environment, right? There's like closed environment, open testing environment, and then there's production.
Nope.
Closed environment, like I know I have to invite you by your emails or something for you to download the app. But open test environment, I think anyone can go in. I'm just not sure which one is the link to the open test environment. Can you try
Yeah, the
this one?
single link doesn't work.
The
It
second
just
one
says
doesn't work?
no, it just says the requested URL was not found on the server.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know when the production's environments is released. Because right now it's yeah, let me see. Let me check. Let me check where do I check for the status? Yeah, so right now is in review. Oh, you're right. Look like the open testing is also in review. So
Oh, so you have to wait for it to finish being reviewed.
yeah. Yeah. So I submitted it yesterday. And so I'm thinking maybe tomorrow. It should be it say take 1 to 3 days.
Yeah, it will take some time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll send you guys the link
Yes.
when it hit production. Yeah.
Yeah, please let us know. And you can send us the Canvas email to all of us, okay? So that we can download and also review, submit a review. Awesome. So thank you so much. Yes, great project. Thank you.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, and great effort as well. So thank you. I appreciate that. And hope after using that app. Okay, so okay, and who will be the next? I think that Michael and Nahom left. So
Yeah, I can go next.
yeah, awesome, Michael. Sure.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so I also did an Android mobile app. I just wanted to make a stock tracking app. This is just kind of what I wrote in my charter description, but just a quick overview of it. I just basically wanted, I wonder if my videos are not going to play now. I added a bunch of screenshots, but they're like, there's videos and some of them are going to play, some of them aren't, whatever. So basically it's just an app to track stock price information, financial information about the company, real time or historical data. It's obviously a mobile application. It kind of covers everything in there. Now it's playing. So these are kind of the three main functionality of the website or of the app. This is the list page here. This is with the page that gets launched first. And this displays your short list of stocks that the user selected. So in this case, the demo that I'm running, it has the user's got 5 companies and it shows their current price and the percent change on the day. I wasn't able to get a video of it, but if the stock market were open and the prices were actually changing, my app is set up to check for price updates every 5 seconds. And so if the market was open, these would all be being updated basically every 5 seconds. This is just a search page. So if you want to add a new stock to your list, you would go and search for it over here. You find, I didn't actually show it in this one, but it'll take you to the stock details page, which I'll show later. And then this is just a news page. It shows you market wide, the most recent news. I have it set up right now just to do 3 to save the amount of calls, because I can only make 250 calls a day. But so this page, it pulls new data or new news, and then gives you the who it's by, the headline, and then if you click on it, obviously, like you see there, it'll take you to the website, and you can read the actual article itself. So this is just kind of an overview again of the list page. We kind of went over that already, but this is just the stuff you'd see as your short list. This is the details page. So if you go this page here, you click on any one of these, it will take you to this details page. And it's kind of broken down into 4 different sections here that I have labeled. This is just the same stuff we had before. This is the chart data. As you can see, it's the user can change it to be the previous day, previous week, previous month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And it'll go back however far you want. This is some of the more specific financial information. There's more I would like to have added. I'm going to kind of explain it later. There's a lot of stuff I would have actually liked to have added to this project, but I had some issues with my API service provider. And so I had stuff that I had already made and was working. The API service provider changed their policies. And so I had to go back and rework a bunch of stuff. And so then down here, this is news. This is a recycle review that just shows news for this specific stock. This is a quick little screenshot of real-time how the app actually works, showing the chart data. I had to create a little loading animation there, which is one of the things that I didn't originally want to have it working like that. I wanted to have it so that when this page loads right here, the charts are all set up automatically and there's no loading, but that was something the service provider screwed up and made me fix later on. This is the company info page. I didn't talk about that earlier. You click the little I button there and it brings up some company-wide information about them. You can visit their website. Then it also gives like their address, their phone number, the sector and industry they're in, the exchange they're currently trading on, just some of the more company information that's not necessarily like financial numbers. And this is just the news page. It's pretty simple. It's just kind of a continuation of what was on that details page we saw earlier. It just pulls the most recent market-wide news information, and then the user can, if they see one they want to read, they can click on it. It'll take them to that to the website for it. I had to create a couple of error pages because obviously with this, there's kind of a lot of moving parts with my app, and this is just showing some of the error pages that I created. I don't know why this one's not playing. But obviously there's a lot of moving stuff going on in the background, so I had to create these. So the areas for improvement, like I talked about, the API provider, they changed something on me actually last week with no notification that kind of messed my app up pretty good. When you go back and then you're looking at the charts, the 6 month and year charts no longer work because those the endpoints that I was getting that data from are now behind. They're one level up from the account that I have, so I can't use those anymore unless I want to pay. I think it's like $15 a month just to have access to those. So if I ever decide to publish this, I will do that. But it would have been nice if they had, forewarned me they were going to change that. Something else I'd like to change. I ended up with a lot of duplicate code, specifically having to do with like my my charting, because again, they changed it. And originally I thought I was going to be able to make 5 concurrent calls at the same time so I could pull 5 different sets of data for the different charts that I needed to make. The documentation said I can make 5 calls concurrently and it would be no issue. Well, I found out that's not actually true. You can make 1 concurrent call. So I had to scramble kind of at the last minute to get kind of a working prototype. And then just basically copy paste it for each of the other charts. So I ended up with a lot of duplicate code that I really didn't like. And I'm not really happy with the kind of the physical design of it. I spent a lot more time fixing issues that I didn't foresee as opposed to being able to make it look as pretty as I would have hoped. So again, if I was gonna publish this, I would go back and fix a lot of that stuff, and I might actually do that. We'll see. And then this is just the technology I use. So a lot of this stuff is stuff we used in class. Retrofit in Room, the charting function. Picasso is just a library that you can provide it real time. You can provide it with a URL for an image, and it will go back and grab that image asynchronously, and then you could attach it to an image view or use it as an image source wherever you want. And then there's this splash animator, which is just the splash screen animation, and then SpinKit and Carby, which I believe we also used in our Android class. And I think, oh, this is just links to the sources. I think that's it. I will go over and show you, let's see, would it be better if I ran the actual app or if I went through and looked at some of the code? What do you guys prefer?
Yeah, I think that we have a very good idea about, and thank you so much for showing us the screenshot and everything, and also running the app a little bit, that what it does.
Okay.
If you go to the code, that would be, much helpful.
Yeah, okay. Let's see this guy. Okay, so this is the code that I have written. Like a lot of the other projects, this ended up being a lot more code, as you can see, than I originally thought it was going to be. But I only actually ended up using 2 activities. Really, I only needed 1 activity, the main activity. The splash activity is really simple. There's nothing in it. It shows for 3 seconds, and then it kicks to the main activity. The main activity controls the functionality where you can go for the list fragment, the details fragment, the search fragment. It's all controlled right here. This is just off of a switch statement. It's pretty simple.
So, yeah. So, sorry, Michael, for interrupting. So, which library you are talking about, that, sorry, API that it is actually charging?
Oh, so I did a bunch of research trying to figure out which APIs were best to use, because there's actually a lot of providers that provide this kind of data, but some of them have really limited amounts of like the number of calls you can make a day or the amount of data that's actually available.
Yeah.
And so when I first settled on the one that I'm using now, it's a company called Financial Modeling Prep.
Oh, okay.
Everything looked like it was going to be good. It was perfect, and I could get a free account. And I mean, I had a limit of 250 a day, which was fine for just a simple project. But
Exactly.
as I said, it's they've been changing stuff on me without letting me know.
It's very sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
kind
should not.
of a pain.
So,
I can let's see.
yeah.
Probably the heaviest fragment that I have, like the list fragment's really simple. It's basically just an adapter. And it checks every, you can see, so it checks, there's a delay of every 5 seconds, and it runs it for each statement. And so for every single stock or symbol that's in the symbol list, stock that's in the stock list, it makes a new call to the database. And then I created a separate API class. This is all my actual calls. So I think I have a bunch of calls actually, but so for that one, that's calling from the list fragment. So that's what we're looking at here. So it makes this call, and then it returns if the response is good. If it's not actually empty and the response code is good, it takes the information that it got and saves it to the database, which I wrote over here. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's this one, I believe. Yeah, I had a ton of these write functionality to check stuff and write stuff and delete stuff from my database. But so basically it takes the new data that it got from the API and tries to write it into the database. As long as it looks at what's in the database now and compares it to the new data. And if the new data is different, it overwrites what's there. And then I put a observer on the list fragment here. And so it monitors changes a specific method in my DAO. It monitors changes to the price. And if it sees there's a change, it runs this right here. So this was just me logging it, but so it updates the recycler view with the new information. So it checks that every 5 seconds. And then this is just the methods for sending it. So this is where you would get sent to the details fragment for a specific stock, and that stock details fragment, that's the one that's really heavy. This is the one that had this is basically where most of the work is done in the app. So the first thing it does when it gets here, because you can reach this page from either the list fragment or the search fragment. And so the first thing it has to do is figure out, okay, is this already in the list or is it not? If it's already in the list, then we already have some of this information and we don't need to make API calls. We can just pull it from the database. That's most of what this is right here. This is all stuff we're pretty familiar with, just getting references. This is check and see if it already exists in the database. If it already exists, the button will be displayed as you can remove it from the list. And if it doesn't exist, you can add it to the list. This is to remove the loading screen once my first API makes its return, or once my first API call makes its return, so that I can remove the loading screen. This is just to display all the actual financial information that we've either received from the call or from the database. This is listener. What does this say? Delete. Oh, this is the functionality for the buttons: the save button, the delete button, and the dialog pop-up button for the company information. I would imagine most of the stuff is probably stuff that's really similar we saw in our Android class. And then this is just a switch statement. This is where things got kind of ugly for me. I made a switch statement to determine which of the chart buttons was clicked, and then if it had to determine if that data already existed. I'm not going to make another API call. I'm just going to use the existing data I already have, and if it doesn't, I will make a new API call. And this is where I said all that duplicate code came into effect. I made a working method for one of my API calls, and I just transferred that over to the other 5 instead of, I would like to in the future make a more streamlined version so that I don't have all this duplicate code. And that's something I was actually working on earlier today, but this is just, these are the methods that get called when the API call returns. This is just checks to make sure that the data, like that there's actually data there and it's usable data. And then the other big one was my chart creator class. This is just a class that transfers all that or converts all the data from the JSON into a line entry object and then inserts that into the chart for display. I had to figure out how to parse the data based on the way the JSON response returns. It's kind of weird. They're all done a little bit differently. So I had to check. It's a whole thing. It's really complicated to go into, but they all had to be done slightly differently. And then down here is just some of the stuff we did in class. It's setting up the chart and displaying it. This formats it, makes it look pretty. I guess going backwards a little bit, this is assigning the line entries to the actual chart itself.
So how you get the exact measurement to put your chart in the middle of I see some of the things before and some of the things after the chart. So how you get the exact position and everything? So is it you use some of the layout to put your to fix your position and everything, or it's just coding? With the coding you did it?
I'm not 100% sure what you're asking. I mean, it's all coded. So basically, I can pull up, see if I can find one of the, yeah. So this is, I'll show this. This is what one of the JSON responses looks like for the data. I think this is the one I use for historical 4 hours. So this is probably for like my 1 month chart. So it gives me the date. And then the close. So this is the price basically at this date and time right here. And so I just pulled from each of these little entries, I pulled the date and I pulled the close. And then back here, so let's see if I can find I think that was for the 1 month. Yeah. So I had to figure out from the data, what was the most recent date, and then go backwards from that date 1 month. And then I parsed through I went back all the way through the list again. And I said, as long as the current item that we're at is after that date, we're going to put that data into our line entries.
Yes.
And so it basically creates an XY coordinate. So it would be, it uses the price as a close. So it's the X value is how many days back it is, and the Y coordinate would be the actual price.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
It uses all those line entries, and then the line entries get just plugged in down here. This was just another switch statement I had to use. The line entries get put into the actual line data set, and then the line data set is obviously it's built into the chart. And then this is just the visual stuff for the charts.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. That's what my question was. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Great. Yeah. It's great thing. I was expecting some of the downward what is called the stock market. So nowadays stock market is so bad, right?
Yeah.
I think. So that yeah. So I see that some on your project, something is upward, not the downward. So that is
That's because we were mostly looking at the 1 day. If we went back and looked at like the last week or the last month, it might be different.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So awesome. That's a great one. I really appreciate that that different student have different ideas and everything, and they executed very nicely. Very good. Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate that. Really nice. So yeah. Any question from the audience to our Michael?
No questions. I think he did a good job.
He did a good
It's
job.
pretty good. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Actually, what was your project charter and everything? Michael, you did the exact thing that what you have promised, and everyone did the same thing. That okay, and very good. Especially Matt, I would like to thank Matt that Matt actually was doing something, and then he changed his mind, and then he started learning new things, and lots of after what is called overcoming lots of challenges and obstacles. He actually made it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I got sick with COVID, then I got a staph infection. So
Yeah.
basically the whole month of May was a disaster.
Mhm.
So I'm just glad I'm still here to I got something that's actually half decent. So yeah.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, everyone, for your great presentation. I really love your hard work.
Oh, Nahom left?
Effort.
Yeah, where'd Nahom go?
Yeah. So last thing, you need to submit your presentation and your project. Okay. Excuse me for the background noise. For me. Any question for me, please?
No questions. I already submitted my project in the zip folder and the PowerPoint
Awesome.
separately, but uploaded.
Yeah, separate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna share my GitHub link and then the PowerPoint.
Sure. Yeah. that is-
I'll add my project charter too, because it's totally different from the first one.
But you did a great job. The finishing, the what is called, very nice. The design, very good. I enjoyed that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
your
everyone.
great work.
Yep. Yeah, everyone did
Thank you.
a really good job.
Mhm.
See you
Awesome.
guys Wednesday.
Yeah, sure. Now is there by any chance? Oh, now I'm left.
I don't see. Yeah, Nahom
Yeah, I don't see
disappeared.
him.
He was here earlier.
Yeah. He just messaged me in the chat that he's not ready. So yeah, no problem.
Well, he's
Okay.
got till tomorrow, so he can probably.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Mhm. But thank you so much, everyone. That today is actually essentially a holiday, but you provide me time. You make this time available for this project show. So for the presentation, I really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, I have one last question.
Sure.
There is one more thing that we supposedly have to do. It's called the program self-reflection.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
To be honest, it's actually is from the college. It's not from me. It's actually from college. That who are the graduating students. They actually need to evaluate the program. Okay, like they're what they did, what they learned, and everything. So like their experience, sharing their experience, that full year. I mean, associate degree 2 years, and then BS application development degree 2 years. So you can over the 4 years what you learned and everything, or at
So
least
they want that filled out for sure. They don't want you skipping over that, I'm assuming.
no, you fill it out, please. Yeah, they really want your that feedback, though it is 0.0. It is, again, it is from college, so it is 0.0. No point,
But they really want the feedback.
yes, exactly.
Okay, that answers all my questions.
Mhm.
Doesn't that make the exit survey obsolete then, since it's just asking the same questions?
Yeah, exactly. I I wish that I could have a great answer for that, but yeah, it's actually college requirement. So they may have same question like in the course evaluation, and also the whole program evaluation. So they
I did not receive any program self-reflection
oh really?
assignment.
In
Nope.
your internship and co-op, you did not receive? Okay.
I did not receive it.
Let me check. Yeah. So if I didn't see there, yeah, I'll be posting that. Okay. So the college should be have it ready for you, but no problem. I'll be posting that for you. Okay.
If you could post it right now, so that way I could just
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
and turn it in about 30 minutes. That
Yeah.
would be very greatly
I'll-
appreciated.
I'll be doing that now. Yeah, I'll be doing that now. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time.
All right, you have a good summer break if
You
you
too.
have one.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Take care. And congratulations, everyone. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, graduates. Okay, take care and have a great rest of your day.